Darren, you've had a couple of days to think about Tuesday's 1-1 draw against Altrincham. How would you take that couple of days on?
Well, it was nice to. I thought the players responded very well into what the feel was like after the Saturday game. It lacked real threat and intensity, and any sort of attacking bite. So to play the game Tuesday, and I know the goalkeeper, got injured, and the outfield player did a wonderful job in goal, but it was still 11v11, and we had 32 crosses on the night and 28 attempts on goal. So we've done enough, we feel, or the expected goals for that game were 6 off the back of those statistics. So we feel like we probably should have had more than one, but I think I thought the attacking players did or play to the best of their abilities or best of their capabilities. It was nice for Joe to get a goal. I thought Seymour looked sharper. And we rue the opportunities that we missed. Staunton one looks like it goes over the line, and really it should be 3 points. But I think last year, maybe with all that pressure, I still think we would have lost that game last year on the counter. So it's another point. We've still got a few in hand over people. I think we are placed accurately right now. I don't want to say we're low or we're too high, we're underachieving or overachieving. I think we're placed exactly what our performances have dictated, even with the games in hand. And I think that's with the players available. I think it's an honest sort of portrayal of our work.
When you speak about available players, are there any more that will be available for Saturday? We had, believe Dion Pereira was ill on Tuesday. So are there any injured or ill players that maybe could make a return?
Dion wasn't injured. He reported at the game that he was still massively fatigued from the Saturday. So I don't think he'll be available for Saturday. I think he's gone back to Luton for some treatment. I don't think anyone else will come back in. Luke Wilkinson's getting closer. I think Saturday's probably too close, but he's getting closer. Ruben and Mark are still December, and Mitchell is having a scan on his hamstring that he did in the Notts County game after 30 seconds of coming on and still played on.
And how important is this game against Weymouth? Just firstly from a prize pool kind of aspect.
No, I don't think there's any. I don't think there's a massive. Are you talking about financially?
Yes. Yeah.
No, I don't think that means anything in this game. I don't think it would mean anything, no matter the stake at the end of it or the pot to win or lose. It's just all about that lovely local rivalry, the spitefulness of it. The aggression that's behind it, the history that's behind it. Obviously, I'm so lucky to have Terry, and he knows the background of it a lot better than I do and has played in them games. And he talks so excitedly about playing in these derby games. So it's a really good game for the players to experience. It even makes it feel a little bit more glamorous because it's the FA Cup. But it's going to be a very tough game. They've made massive improvements from last year at Weymouth.
And you've had a run of home games now, obviously one more coming up on Saturday. Do you feel like potentially when you go to the likes of Grimsby Town away, that will affect the players too much, having that run of home games to then go immediately away?
No. It's just grass and a couple of goals wherever you go. So the colour of the seats changes, but that's it. All of that home and away stuff is a bit mythological, really. There's nothing in there.
Fair enough. And let's discuss it then. Derby Day, I suppose, on Saturday with the fourth qualifying round in the FA Cup. What are you expecting from Weymouth this weekend?
Well, they've improved from last year. Definitely, Brian's definitely improved them from last year, and it's probably the closest the teams have been in terms of maybe resource. It's probably the closest we've been. So it's probably going to be the tightest game the club's probably had with Weymouth, because I know there was a big difference early on. Terry speaks about maybe a cup tie that I think they drew the first game and won it in a replay or something like that. Terry's memory's not wonderful. No, this will be really competitive. And the fact that it's A, FA Cup, B, a derby, I just think you expect 20, 30, 40% more out of everyone than maybe just for a run-of-the-mill Altrincham at home. So, we know the stakes. We know how important it is. We know the importance of the claim, the stake on the area and the region. And we've got to absolutely throw the kitchen sink at this one. We really have. So that's our plans. And I took a lot of positive energy from Tuesday night. And if we can replicate that intensity, then we're going to be fine. Absolutely fine.
Onwards and upwards, hopefully. Any messages to the fans again before Saturday's kick-off?
No, I just hope everyone has a really great day, a safe day. This has to be about football. This can't be about anything untoward off the pitch. I hope they get to football safely and get home from football safely, and they have a wonderful experience here. We hope Weymouth have a tough day and a horrible experience. We want to be very, very together in our quest for that win on Saturday, and we've got to show a club at its heart that is unified and positive. And I think if we do that, I think this place makes it very tough for anyone to come and play.
Thanks, Darren. Cheers.
Darren, first of all, do you subscribe to the theory?
I like that word, subscribe.
Oh, all right. Anyway, do you subscribe to the theory that because it's the FA Cup, it's a completely break from the league, so that therefore you're going to get a totally different performance from your team?
No. The players or the people that play for the club are the people. They're not going to miraculously put on some cloak of invisibility and become someone else or something different or mask. We've got to be who we are and try and be at our best at what we do. I thought Tuesday was a real good step in the right direction. A few changes, a little bit of a rethink because of the availability of certain players, or the unavailability probably more so of certain players, and we've got to redesign ourselves all the time based on availability and form. And I think the important thing from Tuesday night, I saw Knowles back in form, Quigley back in form. Some really big players for us, Knowles and Quigley, and we saw some aspects of Jordan Barnett that had kind of maybe dissolved at the back end of his 6 games where he played. But I thought we saw a real invigorated young man playing at his best. So I think that's all we have to do. We just have to try and be ourselves. But the FA Cup, I think the FA Cup's masked a little bit this time round because it's Weymouth. I think when you're playing Bromley away, you're playing Bromley away in the FA Cup. We're playing Weymouth. This is huge for us. This is huge for our region. This is huge for our support base. And we have to make sure that we absolutely throw the kitchen sink here.
Looking back at the game on Tuesday night, though, did you feel kind of, you get an outfield player goes in goal for the opposition and he plays completely out of his skin. You get a referee that misses a goal that is quite clearly everybody seems to think he's the only one who didn't think it was over the line. Did you come away thinking, why do they pick on us?
No. I think Altrincham were a really good side. It felt at times, to me, it was almost like 11 v 10. The way we did plough through. I thought we were the best team by a mile. 32 crosses in the game, when in the box. 28 attempts at goal. The goalkeeper made 9 saves. An outfield player made 9 saves. It's no different to how we held Wilkinson accountable at Solihull when he went in goal. And sometimes they're invigorated. Addy had a great chance first half. He pulled off an unbelievable save. I mean, it was a guess. It was a brilliant save from the lad. And we just kept on going and kept on going. What we didn't do is we didn't stop. We didn't get frustrated. We just kept trying to put the balls in the box. We had lots of first contacts in the box. There was loads of oohs and ahs. Bearing in mind, Saturday we had 4 shots in 90 minutes, 1 on target in the 85th. Tuesday we had 7 in the first 6 minutes. They still had their goalie in goal, and so on and so forth. So I thought it was a really good attitude from the players, and they are performing to the best of their ability. They are, and they're performing to their absolute maximum in terms of output. You can see that. Had to change Worthington late on for cramp. Worthington with cramp. I think Worthington was incapable of cramp, so he's working beyond and above and beyond. Mossy as well, had to change him for fatigue. So these they're throwing everything at it, or they threw everything at it on Tuesday, and that's all I want from them. And I want them to stay focused on doing the same thing Saturday and making sure that we're really positive, really aggressive, lots of initiative in our play, and we go and we throw everything at it. I think that's really important. And as a spectacle, the game was better. It was a better performance against a good side, a team that went to Dagenham and won, a team that beat Notts County, a team that have lost, I think, once in 6 or 7 or something like that. Good side. You can't say they're not a good side with that vein of form. And we dominated the game from start to finish, no doubt. Everything, what my eyes told me, what the objectivity of numbers tell me, and I'm not a fan of stats, because there's only one really important stat, and that's the scoreline. But what they can tell you is they can leave a breadcrumb and a trail of evidence of progress or regress, and I'm definitely seeing progress.
I mean, clearly, whatever you said to the team after Saturday and between Saturday and the kick-off Tuesday worked. And I spoke to Dale when he was up here just now, and he said that it was quite a powerful sort of message that was received by the players.
Yeah.
It obviously worked, but at the same time, when you get a team like Altrincham, who we set them a good side,
yeah, but
like everything was going for them, do you find it hard to maintain that? Well, we're going to win this no matter what. We just got to keep going.
I am, and they are. We are. It is in terms of groups. The specialness of this group, if that's even a thing, is our relationship, and our relationship. So you mentioned Saturday. It was actually Monday that I was quite strong with them. But you can't roll out the big fist after 8 games.
No.
There's 36 more to go. So you can't. Anyone that goes to work has that boss that has that big fist that constantly does that on top of their head every day. And I've had jobs out of football where I've had bosses like that. I've had so many jobs in football with bosses like that. That's not who I am with these, because they're at a kind of a critical stage of their football career. A lot of these lads. Our average age on Tuesday night was 23 and a half years old. They're yet to really fulfil and experience all of the things in a football career that Charlie Lee had and Carl Dickinson had. But I was very strong with them Monday, and I'm glad it resonated with Dale, because I did point a few fingers at him. But Dale is definitely one that can have that. He can absorb that. No, it was a much better. But we looked around lots of things of how we could improve it in terms of players' availability, how we use them. Can we do anything different? Are we still using different ingredients with the same method? Because that doesn't ever work. The ingredients have to fit the method. Start of the season, the ingredients fitted the method, and we found of late they've not fit. So we're trying to change and evolve, and then eventually when they all come back, we might be able to rebuild that same method with those ingredients again. But they took it very well. I spent lots and lots of time with certain individuals. I mentioned Joe and Tom. They were 2 of some that I spent a lot of time with over Monday and Tuesday. And we talked about a lot of things, and it was very, very interesting to hear their perception on their form, their perception on the team, the perception on the environment and the atmosphere. Brilliant to talk to them about. And that's our uniqueness as a group, is that we talk, we have a lot of empathy, and we try and find a way, and we do it with all our best intentions at heart. No one went out Tuesday night to not take their chances. and we laid a load on, and we missed some. You know, there were some really good ones, and I know Joe was disappointed at the end that he didn't score more than one. I know that Addy was disappointed, and I know that Staunton felt that his one went over the line. But we had a plethora of opportunities to score, and we didn't. But like I said, that's why I think the group is where it is, and where it probably deserves to be. Because when you hit 32 crosses in the box, you should score more than one. Our expected goals for the game was 6. Well, with 32 crosses, that's not unreasonable, is it?
No.
I mean, if we'd have won the game 6-1, everyone would have said, well, the outfield player in goal was probably the reason. Still had to play against 10 very good outfield players. Dean Furman, very good player. Ben Pringle, played in the Championship a million times. Good players. So I thought the performance was very good. I thought the effort and the will was very good. I thought the players' control at the end of the game was very good. I was very proud of the way they controlled themselves, held themselves, still made sure they clapped the fans. Thatcher's end was unbelievable again, just incredible. And we want to build on that this Saturday. We want another 30-odd crosses, and we want to try and put them chances, create those chances for Joe and Addy and the other attacking players more.
What you really want on Saturday is a Stockport County performance, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but
in an ideal world.
Absolutely, but it won't look the same as Stockport because the ingredients at Stockport aren't out there now.
No.
So it never looks the same, and unless you've got the resources and capabilities to have 2 players for every position, and you've handpicked every one of them for a certain role and a certain job for a certain style of football, they're normally the clubs with money, but we have to reinvent ourselves every time an individual comes out. Take Luke Wilkinson out of a team, it doesn't just take Luke Wilkinson out of the team, it takes Josh Staunton out of midfield. Who then goes in? Can he do the same job? Are the ingredients the same? Mitch Rose would have been perfect, injured. So we're just trying to reinvent all the time and try and make sure we stay ahead of the curve. We know winning this game for the supporters is more important than anything. We all know that. We've been in football a lot of time. I've won lots of derbies, lost lots of derbies. It's a big day for them. It's a big day. It's a big day for the region. So, but that's all we can do. In year one, I always talked about it's just math. It's just a problem, and you solve the problem, and you move to the next problem. It's just math all the time, and you got to try and work it out. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I was pleased. I was really pleased with the intent of the players Monday. I was really pleased with the intent.
2 more things, just quickies. First of all, do you think if we can get the right result against Weymouth, it will kickstart the season?
I don't think we need a kickstart. I think we're in a lot better place than we were last year. I think it's a new team. It's the second youngest squad in the division. Everyone must know that the year one team was recruited around immediate productivity. 30-year-olds, 29, 28, Reece Murphy, 28, Charlie Lee, 31, Mark Richards, 36. So this isn't that team. Jordan Barnett, 2 clubs last year. Grant Smith, 2 clubs last year. Adi Youssef, 2 clubs last year. Charlie Wakefield, 2 clubs last year. This is going to take time. Absolute. That's why they call it development. Most of these lads are normally still in the academy department at big clubs because they're under 23. So it's going to take time. We're middle of the road right now. We've got some games in hand that we can all lean on and say, oh, if we win them, we'll go to, and we can be hypothetical. I've got to be a little bit more balanced than that and say, right here, right now, my overall assessment of the team is we're probably where we should be based on all the factors: resource, player availability, player form, changing of methods and things like that. I think we're where we should be. And we've just got to make sure that we try and keep moving forward. But it's not going to be like that. It's going to be Stockport away, Chesterfield at home. This isn't a group that's made to just go lift it up, put it on the pitch, go. This is a team that's going to take hours upon hours of coaching time. And if player availability and squad depth's not good enough, we're always going to be changing because we have to, because the qualities that each individual has to fit. With all of the saying square pegs in round holes, we were always trying to put round pegs in round holes.
Finally, what's happened to Lewis Simper? Is he still around?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he injured or just?
No, he's not been in the squad. He came back from Cambridge. He had COVID. Then he came back. He had a muscle strain, ironically, on the front of his shin, or down the front of his leg. He went back to Cambridge, and he's just getting fit. In that meantime, we had to make sure that we recruited enough cover, which is a loan. We're loans. Can only have 5 loans in a match day squad. Lewis's attitude is magnificent. He's a good player. He's going to be a good player. He's a young man, and he's got to fight his way back in. And with the 5 sub thing, only having 5, I've always tried to have a goalkeeper this year on the bench, because I think that, like the other night, I think you can almost throw a game away before you've even started if you don't.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll take the risk, of course. But no, he's been great attitude, and he just needs to be better than the fella who's he'd be playing in a similar role to maybe Knowles is right now. He needs to be better than Tom Knowles.
But he's back from Cambridge now as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's been back for maybe 2 or 3 weeks, training away. Needs to keep playing. I think he played half an hour at Newport behind closed doors. Was that 2 weeks ago? 2 and a bit weeks ago. He played half an hour then. He's just got to build, and hopefully I hope to have him involved maybe Saturday if we can, and see how he goes.
Well, good luck on Saturday.
Thanks, mate.